at this Dollar. We're at this Dollar General. There's no employees. You literally just scan your card to get in. Look at all these cameras. You literally just grab what you need and leave, and you scan your card before you get in.
Don't touch nothing.
This is crazy. What the freaking heck? Look at all these. All right, we're at this Dollar General.
All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, we're back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And as you see, man, hey, signs of the times, man. It done trickled down to the dollar store. All right, Dollar General. They have facilitating that mark of the beast, man. All right, and that's what's coming down the pipeline. This gradualism of tap to pay. First it was the credit card, the old school credit cards back in the 80s. I don't know when they came out, but I remember I was born in 89, but I remember that little machine that they have for credit cards, and you slide the thing, man, and then it went to the barcode, and then it went, to being able to read that barcode digitally, then it went to the chip, then it went to your phone tap to pay, and it ultimately is going to lead to putting a device inside of your body, man. And this is, all right, this RFID microchip, this RFID technology, all right, is going to be the mark of the beast. And we are commanded by our Lord Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai not to take that mark of the beast, all right. And there will be a punishment for all Israelites who do. But you see the gradualism, and we know what the Lord say pertaining to that mark of the beast. He calls it all. So they're going to make it cool. They're going to go the convenient route. They're going to go the medical miracle route. All these things that relate to that technology that they want to put inside of you. And then look at all the cameras. We live in a surveillance state beyond your wildest imagination. For them to implement, this new system, this new world order, guess what? It's going to have to be even more cameras. It's going to have to be even more devices and things that track you, man, because that's what they're trying to do, man. We're going from the human experience. They're trying to look like society into damn robots, or merging technology with humanism, and it's finna be an absolute mess out here. So this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, talking about our enemies, man, especially Esau, Edom, all right, the wicked who the Lord gave the world to. And speak words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And we're tired now through the Spirit by knowing that wickedness is prevailing upon the earth, and knowing that we're in captivity. We're worn out, especially when we get to the end of this operation of ours and finish the mission. We're going to be worn out by the time we get to that final test. All right. And we're out the saints of the Most High. And here's the point: and think to change times and laws. All right. And that is the point. So this man is getting ready to change his law, change the times, and make it a law that in order to buy or sell, you have to have the mark of the beast. All right. And it will get to that point very soon, man. All right. This is all prophecy. And this is the last prophecies of the Bible, the mark of the beast. And again, you see that they're providing, facilities to facilitate that type of technology, man. Scan, just scan to get in. You ain't even gotta, you just walk in there. They got so many cameras, they're tracking on all the inventory in there. Just pick what you got. So for first, I think the first time I seen this was maybe Whole Foods, man. And Whole Foods is not like a cheap store. Now we're talking Dollar General. I can speak for where I have lived at. I know that there's not a lot of dollar stores on their side of town, if you know what I mean. All right. Now where Jake lives at, always packed out pawn shops, dollar stores, liquor stores. So I said all that to say, if it's trickling down to the dollar store, the whole just walk in and not pay technology, oh man, we're here. All right. And it's just a matter of time before they try to flip the whole system to this digital currency type shit. Talk about cryptocurrency. All this is about this digital, again, technology merging with human shit that they're trying to pull off, man. And I mean, the Lord is gonna put a stop to this pretty soon, man. All right. Let's go to the book of Revelation, though, to see that mark of the beast precept. Revelation, well, yeah, Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So, no matter your economic status, whether you would be classified as poor and homeless, or whether you be classified as rich and famous, the scriptures is speaking that everyone is gonna, this enemy is gonna cause all to take it, all right, to receive a mark in their right head or in their forehead, all right. Then we've already, studied to show ourselves approved, went into, that word mark, all right, and their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So you're not going to be able to buy or sell. That's pay your rent, pay your mortgage, buy groceries, etc., etc., etc. Netflix subscriptions, man, all that shit. You're not going to be able to do it without that mark of the beast, man. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, man. All right, here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. There it is, man. All a part of this evil, wicked beast system, man. All right. And the Lord has exposed this to his prophets, man, and we're able to discern these things through the spirit. And we're saying, hey, the mark of the beast is on the way. This is what it is. You should be able to see it clearly now. Why? Because they got the infrastructure now to make it so that you can't buy or sell. You would probably be justified in your questioning back in the day, before this type of technology, before like Wi-Fi and stuff came out, right? RFID technology, Wi-Fi, this shit that's in the air that we can't see, that ain't got to go through wires. You know what I mean? Like the old school phone lines and shit like that. You should see, the change, man. All right. They're trying to merge the two together, man. Trying to merge technology with humanism. And hey, man, the Lord not with that. I'm not trying to be a robot. The Lord's hopeful elect not trying to be robots out here. Guess what, man? The majority of you people finna take that mark of the beast and become that. Now, back to the command of us not, taking that mark of the beast. For you Israelites, man, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, we're commanded not to take that mark, or else there will be a punishment. All right. So let's go to the book of Exodus, first and foremost. 23 and verse 2. All right, and it reads, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. All right, and this is in the quote unquote beginning of our book, man. The Lord is teaching us these concepts and principles of being an Israelite. We're not supposed to be like them. And one evil thing that the majority of the people on earth, not just our people, but the rest of the nations as well, is to take that mark of the beast. Hey, the Lord is saying, hey, thou shalt not. Remember, thou shalt not have any other gods before me. We talk about law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right, we talk about keeping it to the best of our ability. This is one of those things, man, and this is one thing that you have to get right. All right, there's no gray area, or there can't be a gray area in understanding exactly what the mark of the beast is and how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. All right, so again, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment. And that's the whole point, man. We're not supposed to be like them, separate. All right, we're supposed to be set apart. The majority, which is the multitude, are gonna remain in their evil state just like they are now. They're not coming out of their wickedness through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, through prayer, fasting, fellowship, and studying to show yourself approved. All these things, man. They're not doing that. And I'm starting with our people. They're pretty much just living life, as they was in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, man. All right, just not a care in the world, chasing the bag, having fun, basically not coming into reverence in the true and serving the Lord in the spirit of truth. Which, in one way to know a person is truly serving the Lord is by reverencing the names that were given to us. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, right? And Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Let's start there, man. All right. But we understand prophecy, and it was taught to us that the majority of the Israelites weren't going to respond accordingly. All right. And here's the punishment for you Israelites that claim that you a servant, claim that you are a soldier in the army of the Lord. Which I've heard a lot of women saying that was old so-called Christian song I heard growing up where I grew up, man. Headed the church headed by a so-called black woman talking about they soldiers in the army of the Lord. There's so much wrong with that coming from a so-called black woman, but that's another topic for another day. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16 and verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. What this grievous noisome sore entails, I can't tell you that. I'm keeping it real. All we know is that it doesn't sound good. I can't tell you if where that device is put in your body, is it going to be a literal sore? Because you do know Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai speaking parables. All right. So it may say sore, but it could mean something, very, very worse than what you would think a damn pimple or something like that, man. It ain't gonna be that, man. Them folks could. Ain't no telling, man. Them folks could blow that shit up, man, inside everybody that got it. They could have the button, right? You know what I mean? Ain't no telling, but it's going to be an issue, all right? If you get that device and you happy because you can eat. Now, for that very, very moment, you're going to think that it's all good and you got away with it. And pretty soon after that, man, hey, the Lord going to show you that you made a great mistake. The goal is, the ultimate goal is to show faith towards Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by not taking that device. That's why the Lord has been doing what he has been doing to us. All right, the Lord's hopeful elect, the process of fasting, the process of being out on the highways and byways, practicing, rehearsing the righteous acts so that the Lord will remember us during this time of great confusion and tribulation that's about to engulf the whole earth, man. It's about to be crazy out here, and it's getting crazier by the day. Mass shootings here, mass shootings there. 20, I believe it was 20 people shot over the weekend, a homecoming, a couple of them unalived. Then I'm watching Esau going crazy between ICE and the National Guard. They starting to round up their own people now. You know what I mean? I just saw a video just before I did this, Edomite on Edomite, or Egyptian against Egyptian, like the Bible says. It's going down. It's so much chaos happening right now, and it's only going to get worse. So again, that is why we do what we do now through the Spirit. That's why we're in the house of mourning, and the rest of our people and the rest of those other idiots, all right, or these other nations are in that house of folly, mirth, lackadaisical ass spirit, chicken with their head cut off ass spirit, you know all this prophecy is happening right before our eyes, and the majority of the people can't really understand the severity of it, especially our people. But the whole point is, hey, if you take this mark of the beast, hey, the Lord is going to judge you and give you a grievous sword that you're not going to be able to be healed from, man. And we do know the ultimate judgment is, the lake of fire, all right, being burnt up. The Lord said he was going to destroy this earth. How? All right, how did he do it last time? Via fire, Salakia, via water, that first time. But this time the Lord said he wasn't going to do it with water, right? And he gave us the rainbow to remember his promise, all right? He said he's going to do it with fire. So that's the ultimate, judgment for you wicked ass Israelites, man. Woe to you Israelites that don't want to serve you. How about Shema Shai? The Lord liable to take you and preserve you through this whole thing and have you in dire straits every day. Put a pestilence on you where you're very sick, then hit you with the famine, all right, then make you take the mark of the beast, all right, and then keep you alive, and then ultimately let you feel the heat and wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai via the nuclear destruction that is coming to Babylon the Great, via the end of World War III, which we are coming up very, very fast if you are paying attention, which we are supposed to be. All right, and let's see here. Couple more precepts. We go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. And that's what's coming. And, we can see that now, but this is definitely going to come, to its full strength during this time of great tribulation. The Lord said we're going to eat, drink, and rejoice during this time of great tribulation, confusion, and famine. You Israelites, starting with you men, all right, your household is going to be in dire straits. If you got a household and a family, you're through. And it starts with you, Israelite man. Hey, what's the order? Yahweh Shai, the Israelite man, the Israelite woman, the Israelite child. All right, and it's a lot of men that didn't, fall under that order, under Yahweh Shai, under the Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and wanted to kind of do their own thing, man, serve idols and all this and that, or just, just play football and nothing wrong with sports. But look at the entire NFL. How many of them motherfucking NFL players, because I'm very sick of it, and I've been putting curses out, just keeping it real, upon all the damn folly. I'm putting curses out upon all the damn folly because I'm sick of it. It's time to go. I don't give a damn about no more entertainment. I don't need to watch a single fucking basketball game, another fucking football game in relation to the kingdom. The hell with it. And I'm tired of watching my brothers get treated like they the hopeful elect. These niggas is walking around like they some gods on earth. They getting paid, they getting reverence, they got all the women. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're all slaves, but you guys are very, very well compensated. We're slaves too, but we're barely making it around this motherfucker. I don't give a damn if you the lowest paid person in the NFL. You got to be doing better than us. What captivity are you NFL niggas in? You know what I mean? What captivity are you NBA niggas in? Care if you subject to payments, you got more than us, and we serve you how by Hashem out shots to the best of our ability. It's over with. Glad you got hurt. One nigga just got hurt the other day. Ha 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 ha, nigga. If you ain't serving the Lord, ha ha ha, nigga. Yeah, football playing, nigga. Ha ha ha. I'm sick of it. Oh, this folly, because that's what it is, man. You know what I mean? Is it not? Is football not a fucking folly ass game where it's grown ass men, running it? And like, the hell with that, man. We're better than that. If we want to like be active, we would do that. But if we're trying to become gods, man, that shit low level for real. Yeah, you run out there, nigga, and entertain us. That's what you are. You're an entertainer. Guess what? Yahweh by Hashem, I was trying to motherfucking entertainer, and none of his men are. When we get to our position, that's what y'all niggas will be doing. Especially you other nations, go ahead and entertain us then, man. Entertain us. That's what you want to do the entire time, right? Be an entertainer, dance, sing and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that, especially when we talking about praising the Lord. Don't get me wrong, but you know what it is. What is it? Folly set in great dignity. Here in Babylon the Great. That's all they motherfucking care about. Here we go, another season of this football shit. They can't wait, man. Oh my God. It's like, I just had enough, man. How many years can now I'm speaking as a man, and I've been to war. You know what I mean? I've been to war at a very young age. I've been over there. So I know the difference between a game playing nigga and a nigga that put on a football helmet talking about he a warrior and we going to battle. Boy, stop. Boy, stop. What the Lord said, he a man of war. You're a pretender. And his brothers, brothers that play football, that's in this truth, man. But what's the difference? They're serving Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and they're not actively fucking, caring about that shit. You know what I mean? They're putting the Lord first versus their talents. You niggas, use your talents and ran off on us. You ran off on Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and your brothers, man, for the bag. For the fame. You couldn't wait. You wasn't patient. You had to have your glory now. And guess what? The Lord say to you motherfuckers, all of you. You know what I mean? I mean it. You cheerleaders, you coaches, every last one of you niggas, you have received your reward. I'm not saying that the Lord hopeful elect not in there and that but come on, man. Majority always rules. Ain't it gonna be more that perish than make it? So obviously the majority of them niggas that play these motherfucking sports ain't serving the Lord. Take that cap to somebody else. Shit. Yeah, but and I bring this out. I'm just getting heated. I can't stand that folly shit, man. I'm so sick. And the reason why, again, I've been to war. I know the difference. And I just know how much our people reverence it. It's women, children, especially around the Georgia. I mean, Alabama area. They're obsessed with this shit. Georgia, Alabama. football, college this, college that, NFL this, NFL that. Every time you see them, that's all they talk about. What about you? How about Shemal Shah? What about the mark of the beast? And I'm talking about, and not for brothers serving the Lord, you know what I mean? And you want to watch some football talk about that? Hey, he got the right to do that. He can do that. You other motherfucking Israelites can't, because y'all ain't even reverencing the Lord. You still calling upon the idol if you calling upon anything. So the hell with your football playing ass niggas, and the hell with you niggas watching that shit not serving the Lord. The hell with that shit. You a weak ass game playing nigga. This is what you love, games. You rather watch men, and I'm telling you, man, it's borderline funny boy shit. I rather watch women. I rather watch the WNBA. Why would I want to watch grown ass men play a game when I've been to war? It's not entertaining to me, especially football. What we watching these check down motherfucking plays, unless they doing something spectacular. And we've already reached the pinnacle of the NBA with Steph Curry shooting from fucking outer space. What else is they gonna do that can top that? And LeBron, the LeBron Wade era, throwing that shit from across the court, dunking. That's pretty much the peak of it, right? It's not that entertaining no more. Just watching grown ass men when we're suffering. Now, if we were prospering, all right, and our strength, fine, but we're suffering, idiot. I don't want to watch you, so-called King James. Fuck you, homeboy. All of you niggas, look at the weirdo niggas in there, man. And because it's like the number one thing that's reverenced in Babylon is sports. Even to this day, it's dying down, but our people are still just reverencing and talking about these sports players. What about Yahweh Shai? How many times have you heard Michael Jordan name LeBron James, Kobe versus Yahweh Shai from our people? Stephen A. Smith, all these game plan, talk. So now Stephen A., he be kind of like talking about other stuff nowadays, but come on, man. Shit. Let me go to the book of Romans, though. Chapter 8 and verse 38. For I'm persuaded that neither death, that's a possibility, all right, nor life, this life or lack thereof, or the harshness of it, nor angels, nor principalities, nor power, any type of power or spirit that the Lord that will have against us, nor things present, or things that are happening now, or nor things to come, that's the future, nor height, no matter that how high obstacle is, how deep then the depths of the confusion and isolation may be, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the Lord of Yahweh, which is in Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, our Lord. That is the point. And all these things, the future, the things present, things to come, none of this is going, if we are chosen by Yahweh Shai, we don't know. Yahweh Bashem Shai know who chosen. We just gotta, fulfill our lots, man. But no matter what's gonna happen, and we've prophesied some specific things, famine, mark of the beast, World War III, these things are gonna happen. No matter how bad it gets out of here, the Lord will be with us and protect us and provide for us if we do what we're supposed to do. And that includes us not taking that mark of the beast, and the Lord feeding us, and us not being hungry, and the Lord giving us water, and us not being or juice, real juice, not that bullshit they be selling, water or juice, and we won't be thirsty. That's what's coming, and we just got to keep our faith, keep our works through that faith. Faith without works is dead. That the works is not going to save us, but guess what? Faith is, but that faith is going to produce works. They go hand in hand, man. So just be sincere, stay prayed up, and just know that showtime right around the corner, man. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.